Well, folks, welcome to our LinkedIn Live. I am so excited to have ProcureAbility here with me today. So let me tell you a little bit about who I'm going to be talking to. If you don't know Conrad Snover, you should. He's the CEO of ProcureAbility, and he's been focusing on customer success and client success, employee engagement and culture, and product innovation. With more than 25 years of experience in strategic procurement and supply chain management, he's consulted with numerous Fortune 1000 companies in a variety of industries, including oil and gas, utilities, technology, banking, insurance, hospitality, and healthcare. He's also on the board of directors of both USMA, which is Utility Supply Management Alliance, and the UPMG, which is Utility Purchasing Management Group. And he's a frequently requested presenter at national supply chain conferences such as USMA, UPMG, Platts, SIG, WEI, and APPA. Previous to to ProcureAbility, he worked in strategic procurement as a consultant with Kearney. So, Conrad, welcome.
Thank you, Don. I'm excited to be here. It's nice to see you.
It's great to see you too. We go back the full 25 years, I believe, that you've been in supply chain, don't we?
Just about. Yep, we go back 25 years. My history goes a little further than that, but for sure, you and I have a great, wonderful history together.
Yes. So I am so thrilled to have you here today. So what an exciting month it has been for you with the news of your acquisition by Jabil last Wednesday. But before we talk about ProcureAbility, a Jabil company, for your clients and all that, tell people a little bit about ProcureAbility and what you do first.
Well, can I go back even further than that to 1996 and out you a little bit here, Don? So, our company was founded by you and your two co-founders. Yeah, and then I, of course, joined in 2001. We changed the name to ProcureAbility in 2017, and that was intended to reflect our procurement focus, right? Since then, we continue to evolve into what you know of today, the premier technology-enabled procurement solution provider. Now, I guess here I'll give you my pitch on ProcureAbility. So companies of all sizes and all industries hire us to improve their procurement function, period, full stop. We elevate the procurement function as a whole, and we're really focused on making the procurement practice more strategic. Our core mission is to improve the value that our clients' procurement departments can deliver to their organizations, and then in turn uplift procurement as a whole. We really work on elevating procurement into a strategic partner within their business, right? And then, of course, we do this through a wide range of our service offerings, from operational transformation programs, digital analytics, AI enablement, workforce augmentation, and process improvement, everything in between. 100% procurement. That's all we do.
So the company that acquired you, is it Jabil or Jabil?
Jabil.
Jabil. Okay, so I know a lot of people are joining us because they're interested in that news. The announcement was made public on November 1st. So tell me a little bit more what this means to your firm, clients, and for procurement overall.
Oh, Don, I couldn't be more excited to talk about this today. We are proud, very, very proud and honored that ProcureAbility is now part of Jabil. This is a strategic move for both parties. So number one, ProcureAbility, we will continue to operate independently, delivering our services the same way tomorrow as we did yesterday. So really nothing changes from client service, client delivery, market position, everything else. Now we're backed by Jabil. Now, a lot of people don't know Jabil because Jabil builds itself as the brand behind the brands. So Jabil is one of the most technologically advanced and trusted supply chain and manufacturing solutions providers in the world. If you go to their website, you'll see that they manufacture products for brands that you will have heard of. So they're the brand behind the brands, brands like Apple, Tesla, Nespresso, Dyson, etc. So very, very familiar consumer brands that everybody on this phone call knows about and has heard about, probably has in their pocket and in their driveway and in their kitchen and everything in between. They're next level supply chain expertise. I mean, you can imagine the supply chain processes and systems required to manufacture those products. It's super, super exciting. So this partnership now allows ProcureAbility to deliver an expanded industry-leading suite of services to those procurement organizations around the globe. So Jabil has a global footprint. I'll tell you more about that in a second. And they have an expanded suite of supply chain services, which is a direct complement to what we do. Now, for Jabil, their benefit is ProcureAbility will help them address the needs of their clients and suppliers who are looking for expertise in procurement and operational improvement related to procurement and supply chain. So our services can now be an additional offering for them.
Wow. That is really cool. So right now you said you're in Puerto Rico at a client site. Is that part of the Jabil world, or is this a ProcureAbility?
No, this is very interesting, right? Because we are still ProcureAbility. I'm doing I'm at one of my clients, one of our clients with ProcureAbility. Our clients remain unchanged. Our focus on our clients remains unchanged. We still manage our clients. We still manage our contracts. We still manage all of our commitments to our clients. ProcureAbility as a standalone is an independent entity remains unchanged. But now I can go to my clients like this one and others and offer more things tomorrow than I could before we were partnered with Jabil.
Wow. It took me completely by surprise when the news came out, but you've had, well, close to 3 decades of cross-industry experience helping procurement organizations. And so as we talk, and we're coming towards the end of the year, can you focus and tell me what CPOs are the key focus for their strategic planning for 2024 and beyond? Is it supply chain resiliency? Is that something that you're going to focus on now? Or tell me what they're telling you.
Yeah, so the CPO plays a crucial role in strategically positioning procurement within the broader organization, ensuring security of supply. Obviously, none of that's going to change. But what we've seen in the last several years with COVID, pre-COVID, post-COVID, during COVID with supply chain shortages, an increased focus on ESG, made in America for some folks, different requirements. There are ever increasing expectations placed on procurement, right? It's only becoming more and more complex over time. I mean, you talk about this all the time at your conference at SIG as you bring best practice leaders together to discuss these issues. So anybody who's involved in SIG surely knows that the procurement responsibility has become more intense and with ever increasing expectations, right? So to answer your question, as the year wraps up, this is the time of year when CPOs and their organizations are planning for upcoming years and goals and priorities, and also making sure we tied off on metrics and goals and reporting and everything else for the current year. But that planning cycle, like this right now, is the time when we see a uptick, and we are currently in requests for assistance with planning activities like strategic roadmaps. Where is procurement going to go over the next 3 to 5 years? How are we going to position procurement for success? What are we going to do from a digital transformation to ensure that procurement is best in class technology, using advanced cognitive computing? What are we doing at the category level, right? Because at the end of the day, procurement is all about the category level. How are we managing our categories strategically? What's our sourcing program? How are we tackling these things in an aligned model with our business unit? So focus on the business, focus on how procurement can serve the client, their internal clients, and make sure that the procurement operation is best in class through maybe some transformations around org, people, process, technology.
So you talk a lot about technology, and you can't be a modern procurement organization unless you've embraced technology. Do you see a lot of changes coming in that regard as well? Or are you seeing laggards who still haven't adopted good technology?
It's interesting. In my entire career, going all the way back to almost 30 years ago, there was a theme back then, which was like all these new technologies were coming out, and procurement technology and P2P and source to pay. These were all new concepts that and organizations would buy big suites of technology that were promised to sort of revolutionize the way procurement's being done. And they would buy this giant suite of services, and then maybe they would use a tiny little portion. And every single assessment we did, we would say, well, you could buy a new technology, or here's another option. You could just use what you've already bought. And so that's consistent. That's still consistent today. But we're also seeing, I think we're at an interesting point in our careers within procurement. I think cognitive computing that started with RPA and is now evolving towards AI is going to be the most disruptive change in procurement that any of us will see in our lifetime. I
I agree.
think this is a total game changer, right? Procurement can finally do things. I've seen, and we have an AI solution that we're working on with clients that allows them to see visibility, to actually have visibility into a contract management system where they can track clauses in a way that was before impossible, because you would have needed an army of people to like comb through, remember, file cabinets, and you'd
File
like,
cabinets, paper
hey,
copies.
yeah, so tell me all your suppliers with net 30 invoicing. Okay, well, payment terms. Oh, well, I have to go through the file cabinet and like, look. Okay, well, then we moved to CMS, and it was cataloged somehow with metadata. Was never really done right. Some contract management systems are tight, a lot are not. Well, now you can just use AI.
Yep.
So in an instant, you can answer these questions. So that's a really exciting one. That for me, that is a total game changer. There's other things like tracking invoice accuracy, purchase price variance, predicting spend patterns. So that's going to be the game changer. And that's where I get really excited looking into the future.
Yeah, I am so excited about the future of procurement. And I think we're finally at that point, and you and I have talked about it for 25 years, of finally elevating the profession to be as professional and as strategic as it should be seen. And so that just thrills me. And folks, I just have to brag on this for a minute. If you don't know Conrad, you probably don't know that he's also has been a sponsored athlete for most of his life. He's the most amazing athlete that I ever knew. He was inspiration to everyone that knew him. And he has the most beautiful wife and amazing son. And I'm honored to have been able to call you a friend for all these years. And since I was the one that did your very first interview as well, it's like I'm just bursting. It's like I'm just bursting with pride to say I knew him when he was just a kid, and you were so green, but so excited and so passionate. And now to see you first become the CEO, congratulations on that. But then to sell the company and to be able to take it even to a higher level, I'm just so impressed. And so I just have to tell people a little bit about you, Conrad, because you're not bragging about yourself. But also, is there anything you want to leave people with besides the new strength of the Jabil ProcureAbility union?
There is, but you got me excited there for a second. So let me just be honest and super personal about this, because this is an emotional time for me, as you alluded to. I mean, we've known each other for a very long time, and turns out I'm a real person, as are you. And this partnership with Jabil is very emotional for me. I mean, it recognizes the tremendous work performed by every member of our team. It recognizes the value we bring to our clients. I mean, I just couldn't be more excited and optimistic about the future. And that I think, what I want. So I just wanted to kind of get personal there for a second. But look, at the end of the day, there's two things to remember. We are still the leading procurement services organization. For 25 years, we've helped companies improve their procurement function, and we will continue to do so. Now with Jabil, we will go further and revolutionize. Whoa, what was that?
Balloons.
Oh, you know what? There's this funny setting sorry, you're using a different platform, and I just noticed that I did some hand signal that triggered that. Sorry about that. That's maybe not a good use of AI. Thank you very much. So we will continue to be that leading class procurement services organization. With Jabil, we will have an enhanced service delivery model. So we will be able to provide more services. We'll be able to expand regionally across the globe. Jabil has 100 sites in 30 countries, 250,000 people.
Wow.
It's a truly global organization that gives us capabilities beyond which we ever had ourselves. And, we're just super excited for what the future holds. And we're looking forward to pulling it all together and bringing those services to the market. So I can't express enough how excited we are about the future.
Well, I'm excited. And to be honest with you, it's a little emotional for me too. Being one of the original founders of Denali Group, which became ProcureAbility, it was like, wow, my little baby's all grown up and left.
Yeah, times have changed a little bit. We quadrupled the size of the business in 6 years, and that was recent, right? And so now it's like, what we were then is such a distant memory. I mean, it's never leave it, never forget it, and never forget where we were and what we built and how we got here.
Yeah.
But
Never take it for granted.
yeah, don't take it for granted. But the company is like, we're on and up, and that's why this is so interesting. We've made all these changes along the way. This is truly breakthrough. Next big step. Remember breakthrough sourcing that you and I developed, what was that, 20 something years ago? That was a model to say, don't just do little changes. Don't just like work extra hard to get a little more savings. We're going to totally change it. What if you had to get totally breakthrough results? What would you do? So that's the nexus of this partnership. What if we were going to take ProcureAbility breakthrough to a totally different level? Well, let's not just have some new clients. Let's not just hire some more people. Let's not just work a little harder. Let's not just accelerate our growth. Let's just blow it and out of the water and take it to whole new heights. So that's why I'm so excited about it. Thanks for having me with this discussion today.
Yeah, and my bottle's gonna be worth a lot of money, isn't it?
Oh,
it only has ProcureAbility on it. It doesn't have a Jabil company, so I think you're going to have to get back on the water bottle bandwagon with the new name.
That's right. I can see on the screen here the new logo. It's pretty cool, isn't it?
It's beautiful. It's beautiful. So, folks, this is Conrad Snover, CEO of ProcureAbility, and we're just talking about the Jabil acquisition of ProcureAbility and how it's going to blow it up and how there's so many great things coming in the future. So, Conrad, I really wanted to do this. The second I saw it, it's like, this has got to get on LinkedIn Live. I have to tell people and brag for you. So thank you for joining me today. And all I can do, please stay in touch. Please give your wife and your son love from me. And then just let me know how the ride's going.
Absolutely, I will. I'm honored that you requested this and that you asked that we talk. It's suitable that this was the first interview after the announcement that you and I were able to talk together. So thank you for the time.
Yeah, thank you. And folks, just tune into our next LinkedIn Live. And with that, we'll see you later. Have a good day.
Bye-bye.
Bye.